Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. S here from s&a'sorgnitecreations. Now, in front of you here, we're going to do another experiment, another test, just with an Orgonite pendant here. Alright, one that we got. It's not sanded or polished, but it will be a pendant one day. Just need to put a hole in it, polish it up, put a necklace cord, and it'll be good to go. Alright, now, so what the test is, we're going to be using mung beans, as you see here, organic mung beans. I have pushed in, like folded up and pushed in, compressed one piece of paper towel in each. I'm going to count out about 20 seeds in each, add the right amount of water, which will be, you can see the measurements there, so I'll add the same amount of water in each. This is just filtered rainwater in here that we'll be using. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up and we'll get into the video. So don't know if I said, but one of them is going to be sitting on top of the orgonite and one is not. And I'm going to show you where I'm going to put them and the experiment will be underway. Okay, so we're at this stage here now where I've added the water. I've counted out 20 of the mung beans are in there. Okay, same amount of water. I measured it out. So I did 2.5 mils 11 times. So 2.5 right in the middle. 11 times, so it's 27.5 mils of water in each. All right, so now I'm going to place these in a cupboard, in a closet, whatever you'd say. One's going to simply sit on that, and one's going to be further away. They're going to have a good meter or more distance between them, so this should not influence that one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you, and then we're going to continue on and see the progress or the end result, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I also thought I'd go ahead and weigh them. So this one here is the one that's not going to have the orgonite. Well, it doesn't really matter when I start this, but yeah, this one's 52 grams, you can see there. And the other one, 52 grams. So I measured it all out really good with the water, okay? So that's just so you know. So orgonite, no orgonite, they're the same. One piece of paper towel, 20 count of each bean, same amount of water, same type of water. Let's get it all done and I'll show you where they're going to stay. Okay, now guys, this is where the experiment's going to go down, take place. Okay, you can see the one there with the orgonite on the left and the other one on the right. So they're just going to sit in here with this door closed. Okay, so I'm not an expert in growing beans or anything like that. Mung beans, I believe they grow better in the dark. I'm not too sure, but this is how we're going to do it. And we're going to see what the results are, okay? So in this room, it's normally dark. I've got the blinds open right now and I've got the light on. So it's a darker room and these are going to be shut, okay? So the doors are going to be shut. And when I leave, I'm going to shut the blinds, turn the light off, okay? So throughout the time, I'm just going to come and go. I'm going to probably check it every day or every second day. And I'm going to add more water in there, okay? So camera doesn't really like to focus in here too well because of the lighting. But that is them. All right, so I need to keep them somewhat submerged in the water. You can see they're about half covered, if you see, so they're both the same. All right. And I'll keep adding the water, okay, as I think it needs it, and I'll always do it in the same measurements. What I do to one, I'll do to the other. Keep it the same, all right? The water is just going to sit right up there. It's not focusing at all. There you go. So it's right in the middle of the thing, so that's not going to interfere, and it's out on the outside of this wooden cupboard. All right, so that is it, guys. Yeah, let's get on with the next part. All right, so what we're going to do is check their progress, okay? So let's open this up. If this focuses, you can see they are growing. All right, so that's without the orgonite, and then this one is with. All right, so let's just sit them in the center here, and we'll see if we can get a good bird's eye view. Yeah, well, that's a comparison so far. You can see how many big shoots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's other little ones. Just say 7 big ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4. Just say about 7 to 4. So it does look like this one here is ahead of this one. But this is just early stages, okay? and I just thought I'd add this part way through. All right, so I'll shut these up and we'll see them in a bit. Okay, let's do another comparison. So a little bit further along, not by much, but I think you can see a slight difference, yes? To me, it does look like there's more going on and growing in here versus this one. If I do that, see the difference? So they've both got one there or two, depending if this one grew straight, standing up. But we will see, okay? So to me, it does look like there's more going on there versus that one, all right? So once again, they're all just gonna sit in their corners. There, one's on the pendant, one's over here. I'm gonna add a little bit of water to these and see how we go. They're probably lacking a little bit of water. Once again, I don't know how to really sprout these properly, grow these, whatever. All I'm doing, sorry about the focusing, all I'm doing is seeing if there's an effect. If there's anything better versus the control, then it's great. It's a small device, a pendant, it's a personal piece. It should indicate that it is doing something. It's helping I guess life, okay? Bringing more life to it with these scalar energies that these pendants throw off. Once again, I'll just have a quick look at the pendant. All right, if it focuses, maybe step back a bit more light. There we go. So this will be a pendant, all right, will be available. It's fresh out the mold. I need to notch off these sharp edges here. All right. Full of our chakra blend and lots of stuff. Sorry it doesn't focus, but hey, is what it is. A vortex coil antenna, Tesla, SPB, copper coil, cut to a specific measurement, and that's where they live, right there. All right, guys, that is it for this one. On to the next part. All right, let's check them out now. Now, straight off the bat, you can see visually that this one is far superior to this one, okay? You can see that, so let's get a closer look. You can see all this over here, and there's not much over there, okay? I'll put them together. We can have a look at the top view. All right. Spin them around, put them together. There we go. Okay. Now, clearly there's more going on this one here that's shooting up. There's more growth, yes, versus this one here. Now let's have a look in the center, okay? You can see right in the middle, like there, the root system, there's a lot more over here, okay? If I do that, you can see there's way more over here. So it's very visual right now. I guess this one's more alive. There's more things happening in this one, okay? You can clearly see that now. All right, so that one versus that one. There's a lot more root system going on versus that one, okay? So that's where we're at right now. So we're just gonna continue this one. I guess see how far we can push it. I don't really know when to stop this or whatever. But yeah, that is it. Big difference. Let's keep this going. All right, guys, now you've seen where it's at so far. So the Orgonite one seems to be a lot better, but let's check the Lifeforce energy with the LM4, the experimental life energy meter. So I've got it set. Oops, excuse me. I've got it set. It's on 0 at the moment. It's detecting my Lifeforce energy. It's set on range of 100, and we're gonna test this one first. See where it is. Set it right. Hang on. You have to back away, sweetheart. Good gal. All right, so that's right in the center there. And it's about 50, okay? So you can see that on the meter. It's about 50. Now I'm not going to move. I'm just pivoting. My feet aren't going to move. Because obviously it does pick up my Lifeforce energy if I approach it. You can see that. So not dodging it up at all. Oh, you can see me put it right in the same spot as accurate as I can. And you can see an increase there. So about 20 points increase, okay? So That is saying that, well, there is more plant growth, there is more life force going on here. Sorry for the focus, it doesn't really like to focus very well, but good. Alright, yeah, so back to 0. Okay, so around 50 versus just say 70, so there's about 20 points difference. Yeah, but this test isn't over. We'll see how long this goes for. I don't know when to stop this, but yeah, definitely an increased growth. Look how high that is compared to that one there. Big difference. Let's keep going. Alright guys, now I'm going to just about call this experiment quits, okay? So you can see this one here has grown a lot more as well, but this one here is still much longer, much larger, okay? Might be sort of hard to tell, but well, this one's definitely more. So what we're going to do, we're going to do another LM4, okay? So these are getting test, but these here are getting, they're so long that they can't hold themselves up, which is fair enough because there's no soil or anything for them to grow in or whatever, all right? So they will hang. Same with these. All right, but this one here is a good like 2-3 inches or more, depending on what's in there, longer than this one, okay? The longest ones, all right? So what we're going to do, we're just going to test on the LM4 now. I've done away with that dielectric filter that I use on there. I should have done it without it before. It doesn't really matter, but I took it away for this time because that's only really beneficial when there's metals involved. When you're actually testing orgonite themselves, all right, that there's more beneficial, concentrates more on picking up the life force energy, because metals can give a false reading on this machine. You have to know how to use it properly, because this here puts out a field. It puts out a field, but metals can reflect it and push down, giving off a false reading, okay? A dielectric filter in place will negate that effect a bit and concentrate more on the life force energy, okay? Now, all right, so what we'll do, we'll chuck this one on. I've got this set up on times 100 again, if you can see that. It's set up differently because every time it's a little bit different. You got to adjust the dials, But let's just grab this one, chuck it on. It's the same that we did before, put it right on that square. And it didn't even change, right? Okay. Still on 0, see? All right, so what we'll do now, put it back. And we'll just get this one. And we'll see what the difference is, or if it even goes up. Okay, so right in the middle, check that out. Is that interesting? So that's all the way up to 90, nearly, yeah? Okay, so that's a massive difference. It's full of life force. I'll do it again, it's all repeatable. So like, there's no funny business here. It's just me in this room, in this closet. All right, so put it on this, at the center. Best you can, doesn't really matter, like it's going to pick it up. And 0, or past the 0, see? Okay, so that's that one. Oh, sorry, zooming out, there we go. Put him over there, grab this one, and simply just put it on that probe, okay? Done. Look at that. See? So there we go, that's the proof there, guys, okay? Now I may do something a bit extra. I might dry these out on paper towel, or like just see how, or just show you how long maybe some of these got. Maybe pick the longest one and the shortest one versus the longer one and the shorter one, or something like that. I don't really know. I'm going to do that right now on the fly, decide what I'm going to do, but how's that? So testing using the experimental life force energy meter. This one basically doesn't have much life force compared to that. Okay, there you go. And in person you can see the big difference still. Like that there did grow more, I must admit. That one is a lot bigger though. All right, there's a lot more going on in there versus the other one. Okay, as you've seen. All right, so I might add that little bit of extra on here, and yeah, we'll see how we go. All right, so let's just have a look at what we got. Basically, I think you can see, that focus is gonna, I think you can see, you know, there's clearly more volume of growth over here. The root system even, like some of these roots are way more bigger and denser versus like these ones here are the biggest one on this side. Right, and there's like little root systems compared to on this side, the biggest lot. Like these roots are massive compared, okay? You can see that first, that. All right, now, this is what was left over. So we got, actually I can probably take it out here a bit more. All right, so we got, oh, let's do that. So we got that, first this. So I think you can say that more shooted or come out of this, like there's more left over here. Yes, there's a little tiny shoot here, maybe a tiny one there. But I think even if we take that out, there's still more in there. So I guess more growth rate in here, more volume, more root system, more bigger, more taller. And that's all just with this little pendant. All right. So only a small amount of, orgonite really in there, but it's most densely packed as we can. So we can put a lot of stuff in there for such a small thing, and it shows that it does work. So there's definitely, look at the amount of growth. Like you can definitely see that, can't you? Yeah, it's pretty obvious. And it showed on the LM4 as well. All right. I may do one more thing. I'll see if it works out, but hang with me. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get all this from the other one, cram it in there, and get all this and cram it in there. One at a time, sorry. I'm going to get this one, cram it in there, take it out. This one, cram it in there, take it all out. But I'm going to weigh them, okay? So let's get to that and we'll see. Okay, so this side here, on the right, this one here is measuring at 27 grams, okay? So you can see I've taken that and put it in there. Now I must admit, I just realized this right now, what I should have done is taken all the little bits of shell and other things that didn't grow, also added it to them. And with this one as well, I should have grabbed every little bit and got rid of the paper towel and dried it out and so there's no water and stuff. But I didn't do that. So what you see is what I'm weighing. Okay, so all those little bits that were left over, I didn't do that. So sorry for that, but don't let that be the nail in the coffin and say, oh, it doesn't work or anything like that. The evidence is you can clearly see that the growth rate, the LM4 said it was a lot different. That just went up one. So it says it's 28. Let's just, maybe we'll, no, hang on a sec, guys. Let me just pick it up, put it down, or touch it. Let's just do this again. Okay. So what did it say? I think it said it was 27 before. Yeah, 27, 26. So it's 27, 26. All right. I don't know why it went up before, but that was weird. All right. So all we're going to do now is take all that out, pull this in, weigh it. All right. So dump that stuff out. Now onto this one. Even the leaves look greener. Can you see the leaves look greener than that? So I think they look more lively anyway, right? But I must say, cramming this into there, I could feel it was more juicy. I had to not crush them up, but just pack it in there gently, but put it all in there. It's way more juicier, eh? Like I got water or plant juice on me. Yes, that was interesting. It's more maybe supple or full of whatever. See, that says it's 27, 20. 29. These scales, guys, hang on. So don't let this be the best test ever with the scales here. Let's just tap the zero to zero it out again. It already was, I know, but 28. All right, it's like if it sits there, it bloody changes or whatever because I had to, pack it. But take this for what you will. Yeah, it seems like it weighs a little bit more. It's not going to be much, but hey, here we are. So, and as I was going along, everything was exactly the same. Like I was saying, the water levels were the same. It was always measured out. Same amount of drops. All right. So, and just one over there, one on top of that. That's all there was to it. You seen the growth rate? You seen it on the LM4? And that's all there is to it, guys. Okay, so that is it. Hope you enjoyed that one. You can get benefits from this. It does increase the life force energy or increases plant growth. It's beneficial for things that are living. All right, it's going to help you. All right. Yeah. Sorry for the whole fogginess of the whole video here, but this is it. What you see is what you get. No shenanigans here. I hope you liked it. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.